The star-studded opioid expose directed by David Yates is merely a dull biography of Lisa Drake, Emily Blunt, a determined single mother whose aggressive marketing strategies ignited an epidemic. Yates attempts to combine elements of Erin Brockovich and The Wolf of Wall Street by experimenting with formalism, employing false documentary, and creating hedonistic sequences of excessive drug use and partying. However, the filmmaker's use of cinematic language never provides nearly enough excess sensuality or the depravity of capitalism. Pain Hustlers simply lacks the ability to be devoted. The first scene in Pain Hustlers features Blunt's character Lisa Drake, whose entrance into Xana Therapeutics serves as a catalyst for the company's revolutionary ascent. When she shows up for her interview with Pete Brenner, having dropped out of high school, he creates her a new resume, touting her qualifications as a PhD and other accolades to impress Dr. Jack Neal, the company's wealthy investor. He is immediately impressed by her attitude and approves this appointment, opening up excellent chances for her to profit from and support her daughter. However, she soon finds herself in problem as she becomes entangled in the same old criminal plot around the opioid pandemic. Xana's business plan was already in shambles, and the corporation was as eager to succeed as Lisa Drake was. They hired a good number of attractive folks to start. By manipulating the doctor's emotions in this way, the corporation finally signed partnerships with them and even paid them, via the Speakers program, to write up prescribing Klonopin, a painkiller, to patients. When the business finally took off, the employees' avarice reached even higher levels. Jack Neal's brand had previously experimented with every regulation under the sun to target particular physicians. But Neal finally became weary of witnessing the business consistently provide the same results. He advises Pete and Liza to begin selling these medications outside of the cancer category in order to boost sales. This would mean that patients with mild to chronic pain from other illnesses, including headaches, would also be prescribed the medication by doctors, in addition to cancer patients, as was the original purpose. The film then takes a final turn for the worse, loosely based on the operations run by Therapeutics, pushing for the sales of their fentanyl-based drug subsidies. This actually succeeds in pushing the drug sales to go off category, opening up the topic of overdose and addiction among patients. Liza is the only one left with any sense of morality after that, witnessing others die from drug overdoses caused by this improperly supplied medication. As the whistleblower, she steps up and takes the situation to court in an effort to expose the scandal. While Jack Neal's role in the mess is initially kept under wraps, Liza was able to obtain his email response to her, which candidly reveals his knowledge of paying off doctors. This was made possible by Liza's mother's brief relationship with the man. The first physician that Liza had sought, Dr. Liddell, is similarly caught red-handed when a covered officer intercepts him and gives him a prescription for Klonopin for a non-cancer-related mild pain. In the end, the court finds all of these individuals guilty of their wrongdoing and sentences them to prison. Dr. Jack Neal receives a 66-month sentence, Dr. Liddell receives a 40-month term, and Pete Brenner receives a 36-month sentence. Although Liza's coming forward made the bust possible, her statement is thought to be a sincere outpouring, and the government advises against her being taken in. Nevertheless, she is judged responsible for the lives she took due to her avarice, and she is given a 1.5-year prison sentence. In addition to Chris Evans' role, who may be modeled after Michael Babbage, who was working closely with INSY's founder John Kapoor and serving as CEO at the time of the incident, Andy Garcia's character Jack Neal served as a stand-in for Kapoor. Then it's likely that Emily Blunt's Lisa Drake draws influence from Maria Guzman, the actual whistleblower who first alerted the firm. The film also makes clear that Xana had not been completely honest about her use of Klonopin. Although correct, the case studies presented by the fictional Elliot Hartigan, the author of the Klonopin study, demonstrated that the medication was only given to patients who were tolerant of opioids by responsible physicians who weren't increasing the amount at their convenience. Furthermore, all of the study's clinical subjects were cancer patients who were strictly in stage 4. Finally, the movie also exercises creative license by showing us what transpired with Liza Jackie, who is also her mother, and a few of Xana's sales representatives after she was released from prison. As not much information regarding Maria Guzman's situation has been made public, we are unable to conclusively connect this to her. After utilizing the same tactic they had discussed at the beginning of the movie to promote Jackie's skincare goods, Lisa and her mother launched their own skincare company, Drake Natural Skincare, and it succeeds.